Ladies and gentlemen, I would like to begin our examination of Toad McJudas and his 26 pieces of silver by turning, ironically enough, to Matthew chapter 26. And we're going to pick up here in verse 14 of Matthew chapter 26. Then one of the 12, called Judas Iscariot, went to the chief priests and said, "What are you willing to give me if I deliver him to you?" And they counted out to him 30 pieces of silver. So from that time, he sought opportunity to betray Jesus. Now, on the first day of the Feast of Unleavened Bread, the disciples came to Jesus saying, "Where do you want us to prepare for you to eat the Passover?" And he said, "Go into the city to a certain man and say to him, 'The teacher says, my time is at hand. I will keep the Passover at your house with my disciples.'" So the disciples did as Jesus had directed them, and they prepared the Passover. When evening had come, he sat down with the 12. Now as they were eating, he said, "Assuredly I say to you, one of you will betray me." And they were exceedingly sorrowful. And each of them began to say, "Lord, is it I? Lord, is it I?" And he answered and said, "He who dipped his hand with me in the dish will betray me. The Son of Man indeed goes just as is written of him. But woe to that man by whom the Son of Man is betrayed. It would have been good for that man if he had never been born." Then Judas, who was betraying him, answered and said, "Rabbi, is it I?" And Jesus said to him, "You have said it." Ladies and gentlemen, this calls to mind, in light of very recent events within the last hour, the actions of Toad McJudas. For his 26 pieces of silver. For his 26 pieces of silver. Not even the full 30 pieces of Judas. He has betrayed his principles. He has betrayed his audience. He has betrayed his friend, Leo the Pirate Man. He has betrayed his friend, Godwinson. He has betrayed me. He has betrayed all of you. And in fact, by doing all of this betrayal, he has betrayed Jesus Christ. And after I play for you what Toad has done here, it would have been better for Toad if he had never been born, if his channel had never even existed. Lo, let me show to you the abomination of desolation, the filth that plagues us, the filth that plagues YouTube. Let me show you. Let me show you what Toad is doing. On the TV here, you can see, have a seat, a Chris Hansen documentary. Let us pick up at 7 minutes and 4 seconds.
But first, ad time. Have you heard about Raid Shadow Legends? Raid Shadow Legends is a premium, freemium online role-playing game that you can enjoy right now, simply by clicking the link in the description and downloading Raid Shadow Legends to your mobile phone or PC. Raid will change your life. I know it did mine. Since installing Raid, which you can also do by clicking the link in the description, I've thrown out all of my other video games and gaming systems. Nothing lives up to Raid Shadow Legends. Raid is a role-playing game where you can assemble a team of champions.
It's going to change your life.
10 different bosses to get new artifacts and grow your own champions even stronger. You can also face off against other players in the epic PvP Battle Arena, all just a description link click away. You can choose from over 400 champions to do battle with, including the sultry Adjudicator. And besides those 10 crazy bosses, you can also join monthly tournaments to compete against the entire Raid community.
Repent, Brother Toad!
Terrifying foes, such as the dragon, the ice golem, and the spider. Of course, step 1 is clicking that link in the description.
Make sure to click the fucking link.
Patch 1.15 is coming out, so you'll be able to participate in a brand new arena tournament. Earn points according to your tier and win awesome rewards in the local and global tournament.
Oh, it
Best
keeps
of all,
going.
when you click that link in the description today, you'll get the epic champion, Juden, as well as 100,000 free silver. Be sure to click the link right now because these awesome rewards are only available for the next 30 days. So do it. Click that link in the description and join the battle today.
Press 1 in chat if you're going to click the link to sign up for Raid Shadow Legends with promo code TOAD. Press 2 if Toad is a slimy Judas-like figure who has betrayed all of his principles, who sold himself out for absolutely nothing, for $26. $26. Toad has sold his soul for $26. The 26 pieces of silver. Even Judas got more than Toad. He had 30 pieces of silver, which was equivalent to a month's wages. $26 is equivalent to 1 hour's wage at a mediocre job. Toad has decided to sell his soul for 26 pieces of silver. Now, if this was all, Toad shilling Raid Shadow Legends, by the way, a product he clearly doesn't believe in. You know, he might be able to bullshit you and tell you, oh, he believes in Proton Mail. Oh, he really believes in NordVPN. It's the best, guys. They're such great services. He uses them himself. Will he tell you that he uses Raid Shadow Legends himself? Will he tell you that? Oh, it's great. Not if he's being paid, but if he has the gun to his head of sponsorship, of any amount of money at all, he will do so. He'll do so. And there are people out there who say, oh, PvP, don't attack Toad. Don't you care about his livelihood? He doesn't have a real job. I know him in real life. He doesn't have a real job, PvP. Please don't cover this. Toad will lose his home. He'll end up in the gutter if people comment on his video mean things, PvP. Oh my God, no. Oh no, PvP. The world's smallest violin. The world's smallest violin for those fucking people out there. This one person in particular, that one man in particular, who will remain named, that one man who shall remain nameless, we will play the world's smallest violin for him. The world's smallest violin for him, as his friend Toad McKinley has sold his soul for the 26 pieces of silver. It would be better for him if he was never born. But if it was just for the Raid Shadow Legends ad, this video would not have been made today. I would have waited a few days to dunk on this fucking jabroni, this loser, this Toad McJudas that presents himself as one of us, as one of the flock. But inwardly his spirit is like a wolf, and he will betray his principles at the drop of a hat. He would drop them for $5. We know that he would do it for $26. He would do it for a single penny. Toad would clean up for a single penny. Do you know how I know he would clean up? Because he has. Ladies and gentlemen, Toad McKinley, when he came out with this video, he faced some backlash. Now, this backlash was not directed by me. This backlash had fuck all to do with me. I didn't tell anybody to go to Toad's video. I only went to his video after somebody said to me, hey, look, the fucking Toad's deleting comments. Toad's cleaning it up. God, that's not fucking possible. Not Toad, not our brave little toadstool. He wouldn't clean up comments criticizing Dick Masterson and New Project 2. He wouldn't do that for 26 pieces of silver. But indeed he did. He was getting the dislike button smashed. Dislike button being smashed. He was only down to a 70% approval rating on his video. He was having people tell him about the Holocaust in his comments, about Israel, about rabbis, about the 26 pieces of silver, about how he had pulled out his mop to sweep it up. his broom to sweep it up, his mop to clean it up. This is what Toad was being told. And he feared. He feared for his dollars. He feared for his 26 pieces of silver, that Dick Masterson might not give him the 26 pieces of silver. He feared for his life. So do you know what Toad did? In order to clean it up, it wasn't enough to delete these comments. People were still leaving the comments. It wasn't enough. He had to delete the entire upload. He had to delete the entire upload and bring it back. He had to delete the entire upload. And you say, PPP, that's not true. He wouldn't delete the whole upload just because of comments criticizing his God and his master, his king, Dick Masterson. That wouldn't happen. That's impossible. There's nothing to this collusion idea, PPP. There's nothing to see here. There's nothing to see here. It's being cleaned up. It's being swept under the rug. There's nothing to see here. Here's the man's own comment. First video was the one with copyright claims. This one had 2 cuts around the hour and 20-minute mark. So, and then he shills. He tells us to install RAID for free, available for the next 30 days. So he just shamelessly says, ladies and gentlemen, that he's deleted the upload to remove a copyright claim. But the video was up for like, I think an hour or more. And he never noticed these supposed copyright claims. And then he was able to edit it instantly and re-upload it. We're supposed to believe this. It had nothing to do with the like to dislike ratio. It had nothing to do with he was getting comments about God's chosen people, about Israel. It didn't have anything to do with the 26 pieces of silver comments. It didn't have anything to do with people criticizing New Project 2 or Dick Masterson. No, guys, for real. Toad just deleted everybody's comments and swept it all under the rug, got out his mop, because there was a copyright claim. Press 1 in chat if you believe Toad McKinley. If you believe it was for copyright. Press 2 if you believe that there's collusion, that the conspiracy is true, that Toad is cleaning it up for 26 pieces of silver. Not even 30 pieces. Not even 30 whole dollars. Holy shit. I mean, you can't even get, even in America, you can't even get a pizza and a bottle of booze for 26 bucks. You can get a couple pizzas, I get. What can you get? What can you buy with $26? Let me know what you think Toad spends the 26 pieces of silver on. What do you think it is? Do you think it's he spends it on weed? Actually, guys, the reality of it is Toad doesn't even get his money. Toad has confessed that the payment processor has never paid him. He has never received a dime from New Project 2. Not once has he even got his 26 pieces of silver. The money has just gone straight to Dick Masterson's pockets. So the 26 pieces of silver doesn't belong to Toad. It belongs to Dick Masterson. So do you know what that means, folks? People are ahead of the curve on this. It means he does it for free. Jenny Toad, he does it for free. The very definition of being a janitor is to clean it up and to do it for free. He does both. He's not received any of the money, but he will not complain. He shall not open his mouth to complain that he doesn't get his $26 a month. He'll complain in private to a man who shall remain nameless, who happens to like it up the ass, who happens to cry out in pain, who happens to cry out and say the world's smallest violin for Toad McKinley. The world's smallest fucking violin for this man, who is too good to go get a job at McDonald's. Too good to get a security guard license and go be a guard if he wants to not interact with people. Too fucking good to get a job at the grocery store like Shannon Gaines. Too good to fucking do anything with his life. Too good to go to school and make something of himself in life. Too good for this. He needs to be able to make his income online, guys. You should not leave mean comments. You you should kiss his ass and you should sign up. You should sign up. You should sign up with promo code TOAD for Raid Shadow Legends and receive your 10,000 pieces of silver. In game, you will get more pieces of silver than Toad gets in real life if you sign up with promo code TOAD. And let me just show you. Do you think, press 1 chat, if you think the cleanup operation worked and people stopped leaving bad comments? Press 2 if you think that people online rebelled and said, fuck you, Janny Toad. Lots of 2s. So many 2s. So fucking many 2s that it's actually making PPP's fucking head spin. It is causing PPP to nearly have a fucking aneurysm the amount of 2s. Nobody believes it. Well, let's read some of these comments. Let's first read the replies to Toad's excuse together. Let's first read the replies to Toad McJudas' excuse. Let's have a look. PPP1, sweep harder, Toad. That is from First Last. Nice documentary, but could you cover how Ralph is covering up for Simp Masterson? You just out again for 26 silver coins. You are beyond shameless, Toad. You must repent immediately. Where is part 2 of the Donga documentary? Clean it up, boy. Clean it up for a measly 26 pieces of silver. Yes, he made a 2-hour documentary in an afternoon to cover up that PPP is a complete spurg who refuses to give evidence he claims to have. Seethe harder, Play Bunny Arcade. Clean it up, Play Bunny Arcade. You know, I could use Toad's fucking Jannies to come and clean the cum off my laptop. Toad, we'll forgive you if you come here and lick my cum off the laptop screen. Will you do that? Will you lick my cum off the screen, Toad? No, it'd be better for you if you were never born, boy. Here we go. Swab the decks, Toady. They gotta be shiny clean for when Captain Master Simp comes aboard. The Play Bunny Arcade. Your gunt shielding is disgusting. Clean up aisle 7. What is it? That's gunt crease liqueur. Now lap it up, Toad. Every last drop. Lick up the gunt crease liqueur, Toad. Lick it up. Lick it up, Toad. I'm going to show you a visual depiction right now of what Toad's comment section is doing to him. Are you ready? In 3, 2, 1. Dabbing on Janny Toad. Dabbing on Janny Toad. He can't mop it up quick enough. He can't delete your comments quick enough. What shall he do? Shall he delete the upload again? Shall he private the video? Shall he close his account? Do you feel like the noose is around this man's neck? Knowing he has to get a real job. Knowing he must get a real job. Do you think that bothers him? That like the rest of us, all of you out there, I'm sure, either work or are disabled, have some legitimate excuse for not working. You're in school. You're doing something with your life. Maybe you're on welfare, but at least you're not on digital welfare. Coming before everybody online, cup in hand, please. Please, sir. Please sign up for Raid Shadow Legends with promo code TOAD. Guys, it's a great game. I stopped playing real video games. I only like Raid Shadow Legends now, guys. My comment here is pretty simple. I just say PPP1, delete this comment like the original upload, you filthy shill. That's what I have to say. Eli says, I don't know why people are calling you a Janny, but guys, what do you think the but is going to be? What do you think it's going to be? Clean it up, Jan. ready for this long-ass video while Googling 26 pieces of silver, Gunt, PPP, and Jan. I hope I didn't just slur. There is a Toad fan who is learning the truth. Here's a Toad fan who says first ad time, he skips 90 seconds. You think you can escape judgment just because you cleaned it up? Why was this reposted? Somebody asked the question. Why was it reposted, guys? Why was this reposted? Well, First Last is going to let us leave him alone. He needs to sweep or he won't get his 26 pieces of silver from Daddy. Toad tells us the first one had copyright claims. Weird how that only kicked in hours after you uploaded. Very convenient. He had to delete all the 26 pieces of silver comments. He uploaded the first one a little more than a half hour than this one. Where do you get the hours? Clean it, boy. You know, clean it up. Clean it up, Toad McJudas. It goes on like this. Comment after comment after comment after comment. And Janny Toad is in there. He's in there deleting your comments now so that your voice can't be heard. This man who's for free speech, this man who's on New Project 2 to fight for your right to speak your voice is currently deleting his uploads, deleting comments, censoring your voice, making up lies so that he can keep the 26 pieces of silver that go only to Dick Masterson. And he won't close the New Project 2 because Daddy Dick needs his $26. Toad has never received even a single New Project 2 payment in his life. But he still won't close it because he must worship. He must worship at the feet of Dick Masterson, a Mexican hobbit, but at least he was the homecoming king. So we all know that Toad was not homecoming king. Toad, like all of you and me, was the virgin in the corner, getting cocked. You know, if Dick is to be believed, only he could have been homecoming king. Everybody else in this world doesn't get any pussy. You know, it's impossible for somebody who's fat to get pussy. It's impossible. You know, according to Dick, everybody who wasn't like him in high school, you know, is a piece of shit, all this stuff. But Toad himself has to clean up, has to slurp the dick of the man who lives in the Barbie Dreamhouse mansion, the homecoming king, because he's a beta simp bitch. But you know what? It doesn't even end here. Even if it was just, you know, I still would have covered it, maybe not today. But now look at this. What we were all saying privately was that these sort of motherfuckers are going to come out. All these people associated with Masterson, with Ralph, with New Project 2 are going to come out and retweet this shit. They're going to promote Toad's video. And I just want to show you the first inklings of that. Now, Nicholas DeOrio, he came on and told us all about how great Toad's video was. He tweeted it out. But Nicholas DeOrio, nobody even knows who he is. He's one of the capos of Masterson and Ricada. But let me show you somebody you do know. This is Andy Worski cleaning it up for Janny Toad. Janny Andy is here. Toad McKinley had to re-upload his video. A very in-depth and entertaining documentary. The Raid Shadow Legends ad is better a second time. Seriously good video though. Jandy! Jandy, no! Janny Andy, no! Janny Andy, no! Does anybody else smell the collusion? Does anyone smell the horseshit? It's thick in the air. Toad McFucking-Judas. Toad McJudas. And his 26 pieces of silver. And these motherfuckers. Oh, don't worry, guys. Don't worry about the supposed documentary. It's not coming out because Toad's feelings are hurt. Leo will not release the documentary because Toad's feelings are hurt, guys. So just forget about that. Toad is the only person that matters, and we need to shield him because it hurts Leo's feelings that the truth is spoken about his best friend. That's okay, guys. That's okay. You know, I just think at this point, it just starts to become very fucking pathetic. But you know, the truth is being revealed. We're going to hear from the third man here in 9 minutes. I have to wrap this up so that you guys can hear from the third man. That you guys can learn about the new way. The return of the way. Press 1 if you think I should read private messages that Toad McKinley has sent to other people on the stream. Press 1 if you think I should expose Toad right now. Press 2 if you think I should shield Toad from reality. That I should just let this grifter get away with his crimes. That I should just allow him to walk away unscathed so that he does not have to get a real job like the rest of us. So that he can sit at home and fap and jerk off to fucking 500-pound women and land whales with the monthly Chantel. So that he can run damage control for Dick Masterson 24/7. So that he can sleep in till 2 p.m. every day and smoke pot 24/7. And be so lazy that it takes him months to make any videos. But you know what, guys? I don't make real videos. You know, I heard that today from Leo the Pirate Man. I've never made a real video. Not once in my life have I ever made a real video. Fuck you and your bullshit idea that all real videos have to be edited content. This is YouTube, where you broadcast yourself. I broadcast me, and I'm fucking real. And because I'm real, people are drawn to it. That's why I have 526 live viewers now. Hey, Leo the Pirate Man, have you ever fucking had that in your life? But I don't make fucking real videos, right, Leo the Pirate Man? I don't make real videos. And the world's smallest fucking violin for you, bitch. Fucking run off the internet in shame. This fucking bitch, piece of shit, F-slur, comes to me, Leo the Pirate Man, comes to me and says, I'm going to leave the internet because Daddy Jim's people are bullying me. Well, you know what, motherfucker? You shouldn't have said a goddamn word on the stream. You promised me ahead of time you wouldn't say a goddamn fucking word. You promised Jim ahead of time you wouldn't say a goddamn word. But you opened your fucking mouth. You opened your mouth anyway. And to be honest with you, I think you did murk Jim on a lot of points, and you made Jim look stupid at certain points. But you promised us that you wouldn't do that. And you have the fucking gall to come at me today and say I've never made a real video? Do you know what, motherfucker? It's just pathetic. It's pathetic and it's sad. And why? Why? So that Toad can be protected, you need to put me in my place and tell me that because I don't fire up fucking Adobe, I don't fire up a fucking video editor, because I don't need it, because I'm compelling enough, speaking off the top of my head, that I haven't made real videos. Are these the videos that you want to see? Do you want to see Raid Shadowlands ads played before every video? Do you want to see every single video on YouTube be a generic documentary about some e-celeb done way worse than a documentary could have been done by a real professional? And that's why none of these people's legacies will ever last or stand. Because these fucking idiots who make these documentaries, these low-rent, shitty documentaries, no matter how good it is, it will never be as good as a real Hollywood professionally produced documentary. And so because of that, the actual artistic value that it provides to the world is zero. So it is in fact you people, like Toad McKinley, Toad McJudas, and Leo the Bum Pirate, who have never made real videos, who've never made any real content, you know? And I just have had enough. I've had enough of fake-ass motherfuckers like that who want to make shit about themselves at the detriment of everybody else. And when the time comes to stand and be a man, the answer is to run away and to shield your friends. Is that the answer? The truth is, Leo might have been the third man. But he wasn't my third man. He never was. He was probably a third man for Toad McKinley. He was probably the third man for New Project 2. He's probably involved in all this shit. Who knows? Trust no one. Trust no one. Trust no one. That's all we have to say about Leo the Pirate Man and his bullshit. And his bullshit. And his bullshit. Folks, I don't even know. Should I read the DMs? Should I wait? I don't know if there's enough time to cover them properly before the reveal of the third man. I better not, guys. I better not. It's going to hurt Toad McJudas' feelings. It's going to hurt Toad McJudas' feelings. We can't do that, guys. We just can't do that. Holy fuck. I better make a real video. Guys, I better make a real video. The only real videos are fake autistic documentaries that could be done way better by anybody else. Those are the only real videos, guys. We can't cover this shit. We can't cover this shit because it hurts a man's feelings. It hurts a man's feelings. It betrays his confidence and trust. It betrays his confidence and trust. So guys, we better not do that. Instead, we better see the reveal of the real third man. The real third man who is a real man who stands on principles and convictions, has never e-bagged in his life, and doesn't try and troll shield for gay retards who delete their own videos, purge their own comment sections, and shill for Raid Shadow Legends. All for 26 pieces.